Hello everyone, we are People in Action. This is our fourth interview. As we know, London is facing a lot of problems in housing. This interview, we invite Ibtisan, who is an EFA student and she lives in an overcrowding situation. She's going to share her experience about it.
Hello, my name is Ricardo. I would like to know your name, please.
Hello, my name is Ibtisan.
And where are you from?
I am from Algeria.
And how old are you?
I'm 42.
Are you currently working? And what do you do?
Currently, I'm a student. I'm a teaching assistant student.
My colleague is asking some more questions for you.
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Ibtisam. I am Elma, and I have some questions for you. The first one is, how long have you been living in London?
I'm living in London since September 19, 1 year and a half.
Okay, and where do you live?
I live in Rather Heights, Sadak.
Okay, perfect. Who do you live with?
Actually, we are living as a family, me, my husband, and 3 kids.
Okay, thank you. Are you living in a house, a flat, or just a bedroom? And how many bedrooms are there?
We are living in a flat. It's 1 bedroom flat, but it's 1 small bedroom flat.
Okay, how many people are living in that house?
We are 5, a couple and 3 kids.
Okay, and my last question for you is, how long have you been living in this house?
We are living here since we arrived London, since 1 year and a half.
Okay, thank you, Ibtisam. Now my partner will continue with the questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Ibtisam. My name is Monse, and I have some questions for you.
Hello, thank you.
My first question is, are you living in an affordable house, and how comfortable and suitable is it?
I can say that the house is not really comfortable for a family because it's just 1 bedroom. The living room is connected to the kitchen, so the kids are sleeping in the bedroom. In the living room. We are sleeping in the bedroom. It's so small for 5 person living there.
Okay. How did you get this house?
It was in internet. When we were moving here from Algeria, we were looking for houses. We found it in a Gumtree website, and we just contact the landlord, do a viewing, and agree for it.
Why do you think there are a lot of people living in overcrowded houses?
I think that there is more than one reason, because in London, houses, I think that they are built small. There is no small flats, not flats for families. And another reason that personally I faced is that the rent is the cost is high, and there is a lot of conditions to rent house, especially from private, like my situation. You have a lot of conditions that you cannot face. For example, for me, I'm facing the guarantor condition, which I cannot offer. I can pay the rent, but even if you pay, you have to have a guarantee. So people are just sitting and keeping their own houses, which they are renting now, and cannot change to larger or more comfortable houses.
Where were you living before your current house, and why did you move?
We were living in Algeria before coming here to London. We moved here in UK because my husband get a job offer here, and in Algeria, as my husband is not Algerian, he had not a stable work to do, So it was a work opportunity here.
My last question for you today is, what do you need to get an appropriate house?
I think that to get an appropriate house, for my case, I just need to have less conditions to agree with landlords, or more support from the council. I think that we need more support from the council, even if we are renting from privates.
Okay, thank you, Ipsan.
Thank you.
Partner Luti will continue with your interview.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hello, my name is Luti. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine, thanks. I have 4 questions for you. First question is, have you got any help or advice for any government or private organization?
Yes, yes. We get a support from the council on our homeless application, but it was rejected. But we had a psychological support,
Yes.
but the application was rejected. I always had support from my teacher in English for Action. She helps me to reach an housing association and having meetings and getting more information on how to get or how to register for housing.
How do you apply for a social house? How is it going? How long have you been waiting for the solution?
We applied for a social house in last June. We just had our bidder number, but there is no contact between us and the council. Only they send us only our bidder number, and we have to check. But I think that it will take more time because we are on band 3, which is a long wait list.
Are you looking for other accommodation?
Yes, we never stopped looking. Just when we moved here, because it was the only opportunity that we find, and my husband was obliged to start work, so we agreed to rent this house. But in the same time, we started looking for another house. We are always facing a problem that the private landlord, or they are asking for a guarantor. A guarantor must earn more than 45,000 a year, so he must be in UK and earning this amount, which is impossible during the pandemic. And before the pandemic, it was impossible also for us to find a guarantor because we are new here, we don't know people, so we cannot ask for a guarantor. We cannot ask people that we don't know to be our guarantor.
The next question is Antonio. Thank you so much for your answer.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Antonio. I ask you, have you faced any kind of bullying?
I think that it was not a bullying, but a bad decision in my case, because the lady that I had contact with, it was helpful and gave me all propositions and was available. Every time when I send email, I'm speaking about the homeless, the social file. It did never have a contact with the council, but the homeless, because I received a notice from my landlord to leave the house during the pandemic, and the lady from the council helped me to refuse, and she rejected this notice because it's during the corona, and the landlord didn't give me enough time to leave the house. But I think that it was a bad decision from the council, because they said that I'm not in an overcrowded situation and everyone is in my situation. In the time that I am in a statutory overcrowded, not only overcrowded, because we are 5 persons. And now during the pandemic, we are struggling with the home learning. My kids cannot learn, and everyone is listening to the other teacher of her brother or sister. So it's difficult. I think that it's the only thing that I faced, the bad decision or the wrong decision.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another question. Have you experienced any racism while looking for an house?
Till now, I cannot answer this question because I'm not sure. I'm looking online, sending message, text, receiving calls from agencies, and it's only practical question. They are not asking about my origins or my names or where I am from. It's only necessary question for renting. So I don't think that I faced this.
Thank you. Another question. Do you live near your job? Do you think it's important?
Now I'm not working, I'm student. It's not far from my college, but my husband, it's a little bit far from his work. But I think if it's my case, I prefer to live near my job because I have kids and I have to drop to school and pick them. So I prefer to be nearby the schools.
Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you.
Hello, it's Sam.
Hi, Pedro.
Okay. So my first question for you is, have you struggled with the English language?
In the beginning, yes, I struggled with the listening and the speaking, maybe uh, because the English is my third language, so it's not my main language. When I moved here, I found it different with different accent and speaking how to say it's not like when we were reading and studying English in college or in university. So I found it difficult. But after joining the ESOL class with EFA, I think I become more confident in listening and speaking. I was only confident in writing in the beginning, but with the classes and attending regularly, I find myself more confident.
Thank you for your answer. My second question, I know you have already said something about it, but maybe you can explain it better. As an IFA student, has it helped you in your housing problem?
Yes, it helps me a lot because when we move here, we started only to look online to check the different websites to rent houses. We didn't know that we can register in the council and ask for a house or for their help. And after maybe 3 or 4 months, we had a lesson in EFA in ESOL class, and we were speaking about housing problems. And it's in the class that I had information about the association Hustle, and I joined them. And after that, it was the main association who helps me and give me information, and thanks to them that I register to the council, and I have a lot of advices from them. So my ESOL class was the door who opens me the association's door.
Thank you. And my last question for you is, how do you think this problem can be solved?
I think that we all know that the council had a lot of registered people or families who are asking for social house or help in housing. But I think that more support from the council in the private renting will be very helpful, because if the council make a base on prices and make conditions less affordable for family, and it will help us. But if the council leave any landlord choose which condition he has to give to you, or the prices are made by only the landlord, so the families will stay at their own houses and will not will not be able to change or to move in a larger or a better house.
Thank you, Tisan, for being in this interview, and I hope you solve your problem very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope it helped a lot. We know many people are suffering overcrowding houses like Ibtisan. That could affect their quality of life. This problem needs to be solved. The state must build more social housing, appropriate and affordable. We need to create an equal society and better world.